to grill the patty in medium heat.
So we grilled up the ground meat earlier. This is 90-10. We're going to chop that up for our bacon cheeseburger pizza. This is about 2 pounds. This will make between 2 and 3 pizzas. We're only going to make 1 pizza today, so I'm going to have this left over for another pizza or two another day. And this will keep for up to a week in a refrigerator. We'll start adding our ingredients to our cheeseburger mixture. I add to taste. We can estimate about how much we're adding. Basically, the ketchup is going to be the base for our mixture. There's a lot of ground meat here, so we need to get this pretty wet. Alright, it still looks a little bit dry because I don't have ketchup on all of the ground meat, so we're going for more ketchup. Looks like we're going to end up using about half a bottle of ketchup. Okay, that looks pretty good for now. Now we're going to add some mustard. As you see, I'm taking the lids off. We're not messing around here. Now, mustard's pretty strong. You don't want to add too much mustard. But we're going to taste this at some point, and then you can determine whether you need to add more ketchup or mustard. So we're stirring in the mustard. Alright, next we're going to put in some granulated garlic. You don't have to be shy on the garlic, but you don't want to overpower it. Alright, so far so good. Next we're going to add some black pepper. I'm going with the already ground black pepper. Alright. If you notice, we didn't add any salt. I very rarely add salt to most of the things I cook, and if I do add salt, it's usually a very small amount. There's going to be salt that comes onto the pizza through the cheese and through the bacon. So if you're a salt person, you can add salt to this mixture. But if you're not a salt person, leave it out, because you're going to get the salt from the cheese and from the bacon. Alright, now we're going to take a taste of this and see where we're at. That tastes pretty darn good. Alright, next ingredients are going to be some chopped red onion and some chopped pickle. Stir this in. I wasn't sure if I was going to need all the red onion, but yes I will. That was half of a red onion, and that was about 3 or 4 slices of a pickle. If there's something that you really like, by all means add more of it. You can add extra pickle, you can add extra onion. If you don't like pickle or onion, leave them out. You know, one of the things that I learned about cooking is that you cook to your taste, how you like your food. Now, the more flavors you can add to your food when you're cooking, the more complex the taste is going to be. And usually in that case, the more you're going to enjoy it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pizza pan and we're going to coat it with some vegetable shortening. This is a steel pizza pan, and that's going to make a huge difference in the type of pizza shell you end up with. I have probably about 15 different types of pizza pans and stones. A lot of them are aluminum, some are stainless, some are like a no stick, and this is a steel one. What this is going to do is it's going to give us a stiff, crisp pizza crust. And because there's a lot of weight you're adding to this pizza with the cheeseburger mixture, it needs a stiff pizza crust. We're also going to cook this in stages. We're going to cook this in 3 stages. The first stage, we're going to just cook the pizza shell. Second stage, we add our cheeseburger topping on top of the dough. Third stage, we add our the rest of our toppings. We add the cheese and we add the bacon. Pizza dough. I normally don't do this, but I'm adding a little bit of flour to my surface because this dough I saved from yesterday, and it's a little bit wetter than I care for. So it's a little trick if you're using dough from a day ago. Okay, let's go ahead and roll this out to the shape of our pan. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the pan. Don't be surprised if it doesn't roll out perfect the first time or two that you try this. I've been doing this for years and it doesn't always come out perfect. This is going to help the top to cook and also seal. Once this is done, we're going to start our stages of cooking this in the oven. Just the way you see this right now, we're going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. That's going to cook the pizza shell, and that's going to seal the top of the pizza shell so we can put our cheeseburger mix on top of this for the second stage. We're going to let this sit for a minute or two, let these air bubbles go down, and let what's left of the oil absorb into the pizza shell. Okay, we're going to do our second phase of the pizza and start spreading out our cheeseburger mixture on it. You can want to go all the way to the edge of the shell. You don't want to go real thick with this, but the thickness of the ground meat that you chop, you'll have some like heavier chunks in there. That's the thickness that you want to go at. So just a nice even layer. A pizza recipe. just try to coat your pizza shell evenly. This is going to be a big hit for you and your friends, your family. This is not something that you normally see. And when you do, a lot of people, never try it. Okay, we're done here for this phase. We're going to put the pizza back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Okay, we are done with phase 2 of our pizza. Now we're going to add cheese. Now you can go a couple different directions with the cheese. I prefer to use a yellow American because that's pretty much what you normally find on a cheeseburger. However, if you or someone you know is lactose intolerant, you could actually go with an aged yellow cheddar, and that's going to be more agreeable to somebody who has lactose intolerant issues. Now we're going to go ahead and add our bacon. The bacon I pre-cooked earlier today, and I didn't cook it to a crispiness that I usually like. I made it half cooked. So, because this is going to be in the oven for another 10 minutes at 350. The whole time you're making this pizza, it's always at 350. You can add as little or as much bacon as you want. I've done probably about 8 slices here, somewhere between 6 and 8 slices. And I think that looks pretty good. We're going to throw this back in the oven for the final phase for the last 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, our pizza is done cooking and it's out of the oven. Pizza has cooled for 15 minutes and we're cutting it up. I'm going to do it as a 10 cut. These 16-inch pizza shells, they make a nice 10 cut.